Hello YouTube, it is Friday, July 3rd, and thought I'd make a little video today on the progress on the Power Stroke. Today I'm gonna be fitting this driver side wheel well trim. Got this piece right here. Now I ordered it from Bronco Graveyard, but made in Taiwan. I don't like that, but how can you avoid it? If anyone knows where you can get parts like this, possibly for this series of truck, was it 87 up to 97 or something like that? If you know of any place that sells stuff like this, made in USA, leave a hint in the comments below the video, because I'm all for buying American, and I hate it when I don't really get the opportunity to buy American stuff. I searched and searched, I couldn't find anything, which when you go to these websites, it doesn't say where it's made, it just tells you what it is and what it fits, and when you buy it, boom, made in China. I don't want to buy from China. Even if it's a decent product, I don't want to buy from China unless I have to. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to fit this thing on the wheel well. Sorry about the dark image there with the light shining in the brush, but I've already got passenger side done. I did that last night, and I'm going to have to redrill all the holes, which originally this only had one hole here and one hole there at the bottom, and they didn't line up. Now the trim, it fits pretty good. Now you got to coax it to fit, but as far as where the bend is, where the body lines, I got to give them credit. It does line up pretty good there. But when you line that up and then you drill one hole for the screw and push that in, the shape has to be coaxed and bent in. But once it was done, it turned out pretty good. And I also ordered these screws. Let's see, here's just the package. Ordered them from Southern Fastener Supply. They was on eBay, and they are wheel well trim screws. If I remember right, it was for this specific truck series. So, and I forgot what I paid for them. Invoices somewhere else, but they weren't too bad. And you get a bunch of them. I get more than I need. I already done one side, and that's all I used out of one bag. I haven't even opened this bag, and I still need to order my front trim, and haven't even done that yet because I haven't even gotten around to getting the front fenders out of the basement. The plan is, okay, after I fit this up, I'm going to take that trim back off, and I'm going to spray a guide coat. I have some green primer, which should show up pretty good over top the black. Now you got to watch this black Evercoat feather fill, because when you sand it, it turns kind of a gray. So if you use a gray as a guide coat, it's hard to see your low spots while you're sanding, and that's what the guide coat's for. You make sure all your scratches are filled. See, like here's some heavy 36 grit scratches right here, and yeah, I'm going to try the green. I think the green will show up better. Green or red. I don't have any red primer. And you can also get flat paint out of a spray can. Also makes a good guide coat. And after I get the guide coat on this, let's see what else. I fixed my dents where this hood got dropped. It was ready for final sanding. And I fixed the dent. It was dented there. I beat most of it out and filled in what I had to. Sprayed some more Evercoat feather fill on it last night. I just washed this hood off because it was dirty where I didn't sand. I should have washed it before I sanded anything. But after that dries, I'm going to get some guide coat over just the part that I fixed. Go back over it with 180 grit. Make sure it's all good and smooth. Then give it one last coat of surface primer. Then a guide coat over the whole thing, green, and it'll be ready for final sanding, which I won't do that today. I've sprayed this last night. I like to give it 2 or 3 days to cure. Actually, the bed has been curing for 4 weeks now. But had a dent here. There's a dent up on the roof. it wasn't as big as I thought. I had one little bitty dent here and a low spot there. And you can see the round circle where the body filler, where I had to put a little bit of body filler, very thin layer. So the roof was nowhere near as bad as I thought. So I'm going to mount this camera up somehow, and we'll mount some trim, and that'll mostly be what this video was about, now that I've given you a long verbal update. Okay, let's see if I can do this without any awkwardness. Seems like when I do something off camera, it goes pretty smooth. On camera, everything goes wrong, and I have to stop the video, redo everything. But that's why we did the first side off camera. Now, I'm thinking, now last time I had trouble with my little, I'm using an 1/8 inch drill bit. And also, I just realized, when I opened the package, maybe you've seen it when I showed the package, these come with screws. But I decided to use these because they seem to be made out of actual stainless, which means they're a little tougher, harder, a little not as easy to round the Phillips head out. And I also had trouble with the drill wandering, my 1/8 inch drill. I'm going to spot it when I decide where I want to drill the first hole, hit it with a center drill real quick, and see if that stops that wandering. Because I wasn't getting my hole exactly where it was. I had enough adjustment. See that slot right there? Well, I could move it around, but even with the adjustment, so you can get full advantage of the adjustment, you want it in the middle. There's already a hole here, and I guarantee you it will not line up. Now, instead of putting my top hole first like I did last time, I'm going to go ahead and line up this bend with this body line. Do that. Actually, check that out. That hole lines up. Alright. The other side did not do that. Now I did weld a little tiny patch panel here. So it's, as you can see, the wheel well is a little low from there to there compared to the rest of it. That's going to be covered up. And this is so thin and flexible. So it's going to make this a little easier. I remembered my screwdriver. No, I didn't. And who knows where I put it. There it is, right here. I did remember it. I just didn't bring it down here when I need it. Screw this on. These are also self-cutting screws, but you still need a hole. Would almost tighten it. It's not a bad fit. Now the other side, that bend there looks sloppy. Yeah, you can see that. See how that's got to be twisted and manipulated around there? Yeah, that's kind of a sloppy looking bend. If anyone can point me in the right direction for some American-made wheel well trims for this truck, I might even rebuy the rear, just because I don't like the way that looks. It's better than nothing, but we'll see. This will get us fitted up, though. Now I'm going to try to move my way up here. So, these things are so fragile. I wonder if this piece here will. Yeah, that piece will too. I didn't want to leave it hanging by one screw. It wants to bend down. I'm probably in the way. It's too bad. I'm the one doing the work. I could have taped this in place so I don't have to, so it wasn't so awkward. We'll start these. So this might be even easier just because these holes actually line up. We'll loosen that one back up. Get it snug. What I'm going to do is push that against there. And I didn't get a hammer. I knew I forgot something. My ball peen's in the shed, but I can use a claw hammer for this. Push that flush against the body. We have a mark right there. I'm going to get my center drill in there. How well that'll work. If I were to mark all them, then drill them. I'm almost afraid to do that. Might miss and not know it till it's too late. See how the center drill spots this. I think I got a bit of a spot. Let's see. Did it without scuffing my trim too awful bad. Not bad. Last screw. All right. All snug down. Not bad. Well, that, as you can see, you can easily bend it to the body there. These things are very thin. Bit not perfect. You got a little gap there. I'm not going to alter the body to fit China stamping dies for sure, but that looks better than no trim. It's shiny. It's not bent. Don't have any dents. It's not rotted out. it'll do for a while until I could hopefully find something better. But yeah, as good as it's going to get for that cheap stuff. I forgot what they cost. They probably not as cheap as you think. But I'm going to knock the dust off this bed, give it a guy coat, and got to dry that hood off. Put a guide coat over top of the fresh sprayed primer and spots. Same with the cab, the roof, and the back of the cab. And after that, I guess I'll give that a couple days to dry. And while I'm waiting for that, I may get to work underneath. There's still some smoothing out where I welded on the bottom. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I just don't want I don't want to be too visible. Also, where I had to alter the bed brace, the bed was sitting too high right there. I need to weld some metal in there. So there's that for me to do while I'm waiting for everything to dry. So I'm gonna call this a video. I thought about doing some spraying, but I got a small chip in the camera right now, and we'll show some spraying when I do some actual painting, maybe. We'll see. But the plan is, once this is all ready, to get the bed and the cab ready to paint them at once, and then I can get the bed on the cab and out of the way, and I will be able to pull it in and out of the garage so that I have room to work on my other parts, like the hood and the fenders and the doors and tailgate. And that's the plan. That's why you got to do a big truck in a small garage. So, alright, thanks for watching.